seeing in the world of a music today. Beside that again, we are seeing that most of the dances in music are they tend to be erotic. You know, the albums tend to be erotic, the dances tend to be erotic, and of course, a lot of nudity. We see them in this very music also. Then we are seeing different dance steps, different which are changed from time to time. One time somebody sang the one corner and you know how it went, one that is skelewu and the like. So now, and we're having way things are going, all music audience are increasing. The audience for music are increasingly increasing, so that with huge whooping the world for music also, we see the way it's becoming acceptable. On several, there are competition at times that musicians are paid heavily. That one too, we are seeing the trends that most musicians today are becoming celebrities, even those that just that even appear naked. You will see them, men with earrings, with earrings, with the head plated, not wearing clothes. I just don't know what modeling we are getting from these very musicians, and they are being promoted and honored. There was one time one of such musicians was in an NYC camp, and the whole camp there was a shutdown at the camp just because one musician entered the place. Not to wonder, is it the music that matters or the academics in the universities? We have professors, we have doctors, we have professionals that are doing good. They are helping humanity, but they are not hard. But the musician is hard all over the world. That we are seeing too. Now, now looking at the spirituality of these contents, what you see is that music engages our ears, engages our body, engages our hearts. So, in the course of doing this now, music taps the best part of the brain because one realizes that most memorized lyrics or music are hardly forgotten. So, one who gives his time to music, he tends to store them in his long-term memory. That one is one aspect there. Beside that, again, we see that as Muslims, for those who fall for music, they become busier with music more than the Quran. Even most of the times, even some of them can't even read the Quran, but they can sing any of the lyrics. Now, if you go further again, you will realize that for those who don't even dance physically, maybe you don't know how to dance physically, but you watch while they dance. And at times you find yourself dancing in your mind, dancing in your heart, dancing imaginary dancing, because you have watched them dance, you have watched governors dancing, ministers dancing, all over the places. You see dancing going on everywhere. The houses of worship, in the streets, in the buses, for advertisement, for political campaign and the likes. So competitions in school for young children, these things are promoted. Now, when you now start to listen to music, there's this unconscious absorption of wrong and sinful content. Yes, when you listen to music, you realize that it's your conscience. You just yourself, taking them in, like becoming a secondary smoker. Someone is smoking beside you. You're not the one smoking. You realize yourself, taking in the smoke. Now, in this case, now it's music played by your neighbors, by your neighbor, by your, roommates. Just see yourself that the bus you boarded, going somewhere, you see yourself you know, having them unconsciously in your subconscious. And again, music at times tends to give you fake enjoyment. Probably have an issue, somebody with your wife at work. Music will tend to make you not to, you realize that you want to just play music to forget your problem, but it's not true. It's like a drunk. Somebody is drunk. When he's normal, the problem comes back to him. Then also, this music is rocking against spirituality because it's promoting and leading to sins. And go to clubs, you see what happens there, and that one to lead to a lot of sins. Some lead to, fornication, lead to other sexual kind of deviations. Then the health aspect too, your eardrums are seriously affected. In sane worlds, you can't just play music anywhere. But these days, in our own environment, one person can just, maybe I just got a little token or change. You want to play throughout the whole night, and the whole community will not sleep. This we are seeing today. So, as Muslims, music makes one to fall, because when you give more attention to music, I haven't mentioned that the science of the last one is instruments of shaitan, increasing musicians, the instruments and the like. So when you give your time to music, you see yourself, not spiritually active, because the music you have gone for will take you away from Allah. And these days, our youths are seriously affected in this very regard. So music makes the soul to fall, and that's a problem we have to look into. Number two, movies and at different levels with Prime TV, Netflix, we we rise when we connect Allah. That's no doubt about that. You rise for Salat, you go for Subuh, you rise, you fast, you rise, you do those ibadat, you connect Allah. When human eyes follow something, when you see the emotion, the eyes want to follow it. When you see an image, you want to, look closer. When you see a female dress, if not for the Islamic rule on lower the gaze, we want to look more and more. And that look tends to be the messenger for what will follow later. So the more you see, the more you look, the more you are engaged. And that's the workings of movies, motions, films. Today, these days, movies have no restricted time, gender, age at all. The movies are just there. They are more than your existence. The volume of movies in existence today, you watch them every day till you die, you can't exhaust watching them. It's itself a serious trial. And in most of the part of the world, there's no serious censor on what one watches. Two is that your days and nights are lost to films as a Muslim. You have to check yourself. Allah is your creator. He commands that, Ya ayyuhal muzammil qum layla illa qalila. Your Lord commands that you rise, but here you are. You even pray Isha, you rush to pray it, you are back to your movie room, watching it. This one too, we have to know that very well. So movies takes your day, takes your night. Even the skit you watch also. When you watch movies, you're around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So what are you talking about? Will your tajus hold? And so on and so forth. These movies also, they tend to downplay seriousness and how grievous, how the gravity of those things you watch on the soul. Some of them are nudity, some of them are sinful, some of them are teaching crime. But because they have been made into films, they can be acting and showing pornography or masturbation or adultery or gay, that you just be watching it. So you can be in cartoon, can be in any form. You may not say anything wrong with it because you're just watching it. Whereas it's recorded to your subconscious, and some people will want to act what they have seen. Also, these days, people watch these movies while traveling. I think you travel, on the road, you see people just in the buses, just we watch different films. No room for reflection, no room for what's happening around. When you build the body boss like this, from the beginning to the end, you are on your mobile phone watching one film or listening to music one way or the other. These days, people watch the movies in the malls, even during exam for some students. Then different episodes, seasons and episodes. What happens here? It reduces, your productivity, because when you keep on watching and watching and watching, other things you are meant to do, you will not do them. What you are meant to have read, you will not read them. And what you watch will reduce your own intellectualism, because what you are watching is like they have already set the standard of what you should see or you should think. And also free to think beyond what you are seeing. Then, beside everyone again, these movies they cause distraction from important responsibility. As a Muslim, me, I watch me at time, you may not have time for da'wah. You may not have time for tilawat al-Quran. You may not have time for attending to your family. You may not have time to read. So you may not have time to observe nawafil. So movie can cause that for you. Then it reduces real world interaction. When you start to focus on such things, you just see that you are physical pool of friends again, because you have something that is engaging you from time to time. Then beside that, you suffer eye strain because you are continuously watching, and your eyes will pay for it. It's an health issue in this respect. But that's you have mental health issues, because what you are seeing, what you are watching may be may be fueling the situation you find yourself, and you may not feel that. So you watch at times, you feel this should be how things are. Whereas it's just a film that you can pick and it will affect you in a way or the other. Then also, there's financial strain. You have to buy your data, you have to do this, you have to do that, and spend money for many other things. So when you watch these movies, there's a challenge there. Qiyamah is one of our beliefs in Islam, one of the articles of Iman. So there are because Ahwadul Qiyamah, there are how the day will look like. There are these Quranic verses on them. So when I start to watch more films, you will be replacing the sins of Qiyamah, the sins of this area, because you won't have any time to be able to actually visualize the sins of Qiyamah. Then you start to live in a world of artificiality instead of reality, because what you are watching, you are walking, you are moving, they tend to stay with you, they will not leave so easily. Then you have less time for concentration on salat, less time for concentration on tilawa, but you have more time for frivolities or watching those movies. So look at this aspect too. If you now start to watch movies or watch films, you watch it around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Let's not say that you die that night. You die. You don't wake up again, my brothers, my sister. What will you tell your Lord to have been your last assignment on earth? On earth, you watch a film, you don't have time to do ablution, to do tawbah, to observe nothing, to do tafakkur, reflection in the Quran, think about your sins for the day, the good things you have done, do istighfar. You're just watching film. In the course of that, you sleep off. As you have slept, you die. Even the phone is still showing on when you have slept. Just imagine it happens like that. What will you tell your Lord? So, we have other entertainments in sports, which of course has on the merits also, your time, gambling and things like that, addiction and so. So, my dear listeners tonight, rise and fall is mostly caused by this entertainment. They take over your time, they rule your life, they mislead your life, they misinform your life. That's why you need to rise with your soul. And of course, if you don't rise with your soul, your eyes, your ears, your part of the body can make you fall. These days, you have seen zina increasing every day. Why is it so? We can see one of the factors is these movies and whatever the technology has brought. Then also, we rise with spirit. Why? When you don't go like that, you fall with what? Entertainment that you watch. So as Muslims, what do we do? Very quick one. You can do about 6 things to overcome this very challenge. First one is for you to know that spirituality is the road, is the path, and of course is the way. That should be your mentality that whatever solution you want, the road is what? Spirituality. Allah in the Quran says, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكِرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. Whoever dissociates, distances himself from my reminder, life shall be excruciating, straining, paining for the person. So you need to have that determination that my spirituality matters. Number two, we need haya. We need haya to combat entertainment. Haya means what? Decency or bashfulness. Yeah, modesty. So to combat entertainment, we need haya. Prophet Salam said one thing that إِذَا لَمْ تَحْيِ فَصِنَا مَا شِئْتَ. If you are shameless, then keep on watching those bad films you are watching. Keep on watching your pornography. Keep on watching. So he cautions that one that has shame will not do that. Another hadith is said, Istahimullah here. Be bashful of Allah in the right sense of the words. The companion asked him, how will that happen? He said, أن تحفظ رأسه وما وعى والبطن وما حوى وتذكر البلع موتى والبلع وأنت تقول زنت الحياة الدنيا. Prophet says that for you to be bashful, for you to fight against this very evil of entertainment, you need to be bashful of Allah by washing, safeguarding what is in your head, and what is gathered there. Scholars say your head harbors your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, even something your brain. Do some people's brain in the unseen. So you realize that when when you do this thing wrongly, you watch what you are thinking, what you are watching, it to protect you from giving in to any entertainment. Number two is whatever is hidden and what goes around is something in the stomach and things like that. Then it says you should remember that, and when you be no more at all. And last one is they say that you should depart from what? From the adornment of this very world. Number three is that you compare your ibadah time with your entertainment time. Balance it yourself. Get the balance sheet of that. Use time you spend for ibadah, time you spend for entertainment. Your ibadah concentration compared to your entertainment concentration. This you need to do. It will make you to get answers yourself. Then beside that very one again, you weigh the reward you will get for watching film, for listening to music, compared to what you do reading your Quran and other things like that. And last but one is that you must be intentional about the presence of angels at all times. عليكم حافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون. Over you are angels who are honorable, recording, writing all that you do. Because the Quran, again, Allah says in Surah Al-Qaf that ما يلفظ من قول لديه رقيب عتيد. ما يلفظ من قول لديه رقيب عتيد. That there's nothing you utter. These angels, they write it down for you. So be intentional about the presence of angels in your life. And finally, as a pattern before I message, entertainment today is the most dangerous killer of the soul. Entertainment today is the most dangerous killer of the soul. It's a poison, it's a venom. So it's left for you to see how you combat and fight it your own way. Because if something is showing our ibadah, we need to consciously reverse the order and live in the right way. I pray Allah in His infinite mercy forgive our shortcomings and guide us right. Inshallah, we the floor is open for your contribution, comment, or question. Inshallah, Jazakumullah khair. If you have questions or comments, inshallah, you may ask them now. Question, comments, you can signify. So if there's no questions, that means we may have to conveniently. If there are no questions, we'll have to round up conveniently for tonight until another time, inshallah, when we have another. Okay, there's a question in the chat. Okay, yeah, welcome. Okay, your question, please. You can ask it. Send a question. When you want to ask a question, let's hold on briefly. Okay, the question says that what can one do in an environment where music is played all the time? May Allah rescue all. Is a reality question you have asked. And when you have control over it, you engage those who rent the air with their music, where you can control. That is one. That's why you can take up legally, because it's a pollution which you can report to the local governments and necessary authorities to redress that. That is another options. But in the case at times you are traveling, they are playing it, that's one where you don't have control over it. Then you busy your mind with zikri, with the hours, and I hope it's a permanent environment. You can report formally. The government can, because you see as a kind of a pollution. So may Allah save us. And you can as well make dua to Allah that Allah this thing disobey me, take it away. Allah can do it. Inshallah. May Allah assist us. Jazakumullah khair. Yes, of course. Children will pick. Children's brain picks just anything. That's the danger we see in those environments. Children is a fitna. So may Allah just save us and assist us. It's a fitna, really. That's why we have to just try our own best possible to protect our children from such environment. Allah Alam. So if there's no question again, I think I want to appreciate us all for coming. May Allah redeem our souls, protect us from all the evils that are prevailing in our society. That we have cause to thank Allah in hereafter by living for Him, so that we have cause to die for Him and return to Him, meet Him, and He's happy with us. Barakallahu fikum jamia. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.